Here we go, folks. Get ready. This is our game of the week, a matchup everybody's been waiting for. There's tremendous energy here in the building. This is not your normal matchup, a battle of top 5 teams, 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Cougars will kick this away to get us going. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The Wildcats offense has the football first here today. And here comes the tight end who's having such a great season. Kirk, you talk to opponents, and they always use the same phrase, matchup nightmare, this guy.
Well, what stands out to me with this guy is it's not very often, you're right, the defensive coordinators are most concerned about a tight end. But in this case, that is exactly what we're dealing with. This guy can hurt you in so many different ways. Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. And there's the handoff. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Running with purpose. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Well, right now, this defense seems to be sitting back, worried about the pass game. They better cheat a safety down, have an extra guy down in the box to help against this run game, because they are getting ripped apart up front.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
That makes the score Arizona 7, BYU.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And they've got the returner corralled. So BYU's offense gets their first crack now. First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Finding some room with the 25. Bulldozing his way through. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
A loss of 11 on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
After the sack on first down, it's 2nd down. Play action fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. And the protection breaks down again. Back-to-back sacks. This middle linebacker can play all over the field. That time they bring him in the blitz, and he gets home.
Yeah, usually you think of this middle linebacker who's kind of a sideline-to-sideline player defending the run. But here, the timing and the instincts as a blitzer coming right through the middle of that offensive line, and he gets to the quarterback.
The Cougars will line up to kick it away. No fair catch. He feels the punt. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Breaks loose at the 40. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Pass is caught. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
That makes the score Arizona 14, BYU.
Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to float this one to the right side. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Lets it go quickly. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. It's a nice gain. They move the football up to the 27. And the Cougars come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. And they'll use the ground game here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. That has been in large part the reliance on the ground game, which has been featured from both sides in this one so far. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. And the Cougars will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustment? And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Here's the 2nd down play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Fires it on the move. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a 1st down. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. There's the handoff. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
This is a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Tackle made at the 41. That's 1st down yardage. This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. It's a shotgun run call. Finding space at the 20. They stop him, but it's a 1st down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Now it's second down here. Here comes a handoff. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal. The offense threatening now, 1st and goal. Running toward the end zone, but the defense forces a fumble. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
I get being a...
Second, the coach has called timeout. He may use a challenge here to have the officials take another look at that one. So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Finding space at the 20. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a 1st down. The Cougars will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up.
Well, that gain will give them some breathing room. What a good job of being able to get them out of that hole. They're inside their own 5-yard line. And on the other hand, the defense, what a missed opportunity. You had them pinned back.
On the junior, gets home making a sack there.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far.
They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the 1st down. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
Timeout, Arizona.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking right, this one caught. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48. So it's a 1st down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Quarterback drops back. Defense is coming after him. And this time the defense is all over the quarterback run. They bring him down short of the marker. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. On the run here. Lets it go. And the pass is incomplete. So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a 3rd and long. The defense takes their 3rd and final timeout to make some adjustments at the sideline. Now it's 3rd and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. The pocket breaking down. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. 1st half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And the field goal unit coming on the field now. And it's good right down the middle.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
BYU 3.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. They moved it well last time. Got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. Bringing pressure. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
And they'll kick it off to begin the second half.
Set to kick this one away.
Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. And the Sauk were able to bring him down quickly. And the Cougars looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Brings up second down.
Try to catch the defense with the draw. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. There's contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play. And the Cougars will line up to boot it away. He's on looking for a solid punt here. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 42. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Tackle made after a big gain. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Second down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Finding space at the 20. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT.
Number 9.
Now the kick hits off the left upright. It's no good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? They're going to run it here. A quick juke. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the...
It's intercepted, tried to fire it into a tight window. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Touchdown, Wildcats. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away.
That makes the score Arizona 27, BYU 3.
And the kickoff will be returned. And the coverage team able to bring him down. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. And the single back takes the handoff. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
The pass rush close. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Touchdown, Arizona. And the route is on. Now the all-important extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
That makes the score Arizona 34, BYU 3.
Returner looking to make a play here. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown. So they got to bounce back from that. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So this offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback.
It'll end up being a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wildcats. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
That makes the score Arizona 43, BYU.
Returner looking to create better field position. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16.
And your BYU Cougars will take over.
Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. Remember, the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Play action here on first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Physical running, fights off the defender. Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball at the 31.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. The defense recovers the fumble. Touchdown, Arizona. A fumble return for 6.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out, and it gets them a touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. One quarter to play at what has been a beatdown so far. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the football. Catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Looking for a deep completion. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
After that incompletion, it's third down. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Third down now after the incompletion. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Catch made on the right side. A big play moves the ball across midfield, the opponent's 43.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
Looking to throw it again. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. That completion sets up a third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's an out route. The catch made. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. BYU getting set for the first and 10 now. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. That's incomplete, even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure. So second down after the incompletion. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Catch made down the left side. An explosive play.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
This one is right through. They tack on 3 points, but still a large deficit. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. On the move. It's a foot race. All the way for a touchdown. So they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
That makes the score Arizona 57, BYU 6.
That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Contact as he threw it. He's got it for a big gain. The gain is good enough for a first down near the 38. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Contact as he let the ball go. A quick juke to get free. Touchdown, BYU. It was a foot race, and he won it. Kicking team on now for the extra point. And he knocks it right through. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back.
BYU 13.
Return begins inside the 10. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. The player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Short pass finds the tight end. Tackle, but first down. A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Boy, these guys just won't let up. I mean, they already have this game out of reach. They have a big lead. They're still throwing the football and still just putting it on this defense every
touchdown, Wildcats. And the beatdown continues.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. On the kickoff, his hammer sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. This one has been a beatdown for the ages, a demolition, an evisceration. running out of time in the pocket. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Two-back set, quarterback flanked by the backs. Well, this one ended up being a blowout, but they get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team.